Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's all you. Welcome back to a brand new video. Here, I'm going to do my two Qatar FIFA World Cup semi-final between Argentina and Croatia that just finished off there about like 7 hours ago, and it was played at Lusail Stadium there, and obviously it was an absolute terrific match there between these two. But yeah, it started off pretty in here there with both possessions by 50-50 there as well. By Croatia there trying to force it back there as well, playing it on the back on the left back there as well. And the chat is going absolutely just crazy, by the way. So shout out to them. Hello Bosky, hello CR Sports, and hello TJC Sports. How y'all going today, lads? If there are any new people there in your live chat, please go ahead and subscribe for more low content there coming in the near future there as well, especially for the Qatar FIFA World Cup as well. Look out for my tomorrow review between Morocco, or is it France? They're playing at home. I'm not too sure. For that match as well to be reviewed there tomorrow live, and yeah, especially the FIFA World Cup final, which unfortunately I won't be live reacting to that due to being on a Monday, which I have worked on a Monday. But there will be much more content there other than the World Cup itself coming this Saturday as well. Obviously, I'm actually going to do. Well, I was going to do like a top 100 LMO players, but I decided that it was going to be a little bit too much to rate all of that, and I thought, well, I'm going to have a little idea to put into it on the top 50 since there has been more people doing the top 50 LMO players there. Such as like a zero tackle buzz there from the MMO 360 there as well. So yeah, I'm actually going to do it with a YouTuber there as well. I'm probably going to DM him, but I will give you a clue. The collaboration that I'm going to collab him is he is right in the live chat right now, I believe, or I'm not sure if he's left, but he's somewhere in the live chat, and yeah, you'll know who you are. I want to DM you. So yeah, yeah, let's get into it, lads. So 3-0 here to Argentina here as well against Croatia. It was well expected to come. But yeah, it all started there with Croatia there, just trying to at least find something through, but they were struggling there to get into the final third, as they were trying to pass there along the middle there to Luka Modric there as well. But fortunately, let me just give me a sec here as well. Ignore the bird there in the background. They were mostly passing it back there as well, just balanced as well to their defender there, Gravadioli there as well, with the mask there as well, due to him having a little like an injury there on his face or on his skull. I'm not too sure what his what was injury there as well. He must have like a little like a nose injury, similar to how Son had to do when he sacrificed himself to play for South Korea as well, to wear the mask there as well. So yeah, and yeah, that's why for those who are brand new and for those who are just really just like odd about seeing players wearing like a mask and that, sometimes it's because of their like the injury and that. So yeah, it's kind of like a little tape of that. Once the ball probably maybe just like strikes into their nose, and that's why it's like a little like shield to like protect it as well. And yeah, but anyways, moving on from that. Yeah, so they just pass it back more there to Gravity there, and yeah, Luka Modric there was trying to get something there, along with Karaman Rick there as well, but they weren't really they weren't really putting like any crosses as well, or even like putting that many shots as well. But look at the timeline here as well. It was a few minutes in, um, and it was a save here by Levi Korovic there, the Croatian goalkeeper. He makes the first save of the night there in the semi-final as Fernandez there goes in an optimistic shot towards the bottom right corner from distance. The Croatian keeper leaps low to his left and palms the ball away, and that was a pretty uh, shaky start there for Croatia there, and the ID there from Fernandez there was looking pretty dangerous as well. And luckily, he didn't have no one there in support there to really maybe like come up there as well. But yeah, lucky enough, Levakovic there saves there for Croatia there, avoiding a big scare as well for Argentina there to go 1-0 up. And then it was Perisic there escapes Malone's tensions and manages to turn side from the left side of the box before seeing a deflected shot loop up over the crossbar. However, the officials mistakenly award a goal kick there to Martinez there. And then Livakovic there earned himself a yellow card. Okay, well, for bringing down LBS there, because LBS there is a weak looking ass cunt. Apologies for my language there, but it was obviously with a clumsy challenge as well for what most goalkeepers there will possibly make a foul as well. And he receives a yellow card, and that was a penalty there as well. And Lionel Messi there takes it there as well, and he makes it 1-0 there as well as he strikes it there as well. He sweeps his penalty into the top right corner, evading the despairing dive of Livakovic. There was no stopping that. The South American Champions League won it in this World Cup semi-final. And then a few minutes later there, it was Albius there. He gets his revenge against against who was the goalkeeper's name again for Croatia there? Sorry, against Livakovic there as well, as it was a pretty little lucky sloppy goal there from Albius. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, as he proves the sheer persistence of by the release by Messi there as well. When the Messi there was like going 1-on-1 there with Agovi, Roddy there as well, just going like. Just like stopping there and trying to find the support there in the middle, but then he dribbles it all the way there in tight space as well. He manages to release it back through there in the middle there for an open space there for Elvius there, and then he puts it in as well. But it was a unfortunate deflection as well before poking the ball home from close range, and actually they go 2-0 up there in the first half there, a few minutes there before half time. It was a super stop there, reacting sharply to parry away a goal-bound header from a Mac Alistair there from Livakovic, earns a partial redemption for his earlier error as he keeps Croatia deflect down to 2. It was an excellent effort from the Brighton midfielder following a corner, and his teammates can barely believe it didn't sneak into the bottom corner. The two quick-fire strikes have changed this game entirely as Livakovic punches the next corner clear under heavy pressure. Croatia are suddenly hanging on here as the halftime whistle approaches there, and Argentina there just, absolutely just a fine space there with a Leo Messi there. With Fernandez there as well, trying to get those open shots as well from either short range or either long range there as well. The final thirds have been absolutely just just uh, just amazing, very threatening as well on the counter attack as well, and yeah. Croatia did barely having any position as well. Luka Modric there couldn't really get through on those finals four and thirds as well, and yeah, they were just like forcing it down deep there with a gravity with a Grav Rodney there as well. I I just I just saw him getting much more touches there, and just saw him getting much more evolved into this game here more than what Luka Modric did there as well in the first half. So very disappointing first half there from the Dobrins there as well. Barely getting any like attack in there, and yeah, it was all Argentina there as well for their attack there as well, and Leo Messi there creating two absolute masterclasses there, and he leads his own nation there to a 2-0 there, and only 45 and plus additional minutes there left to go before he potentially makes his second World Cup final in his international career. And could this be the moment that the youngest coach in the World Cup progresses through the World Cup final in Qatar? Let's find out in the second half. So, in the second half, let's go with, okay, so Croatia here in the second half. They made changes here with Nikola Vlasic there. He replaces Mario Vlasic there in the midfields there on the 46th minute. And Croatia also made another substitution as well with Orisic. The striker there coming on for their defender there, number 19, Baranos Sosa there. And then it was in the second half there as well. There was with another substitution as well with Croatia there. Bruno Petrovic there coming on there for Brozovic as well. And then it was a save here on the 58th minute as well after dribbling past 2 minutes and exchanging quick passes with strike partner Arios there. Messi advised Gravadioli to monitor a low shot towards the near post from 10 yards. Livakovic is just about to equal to his attempt, and the palms away. And once again, Croatia here hanging on the ropes here once again here as well with Leo Messi. And Rios just not letting go on the pause there as well on the Croatian hearts and the deep end as well. So after Modric is fell by a typically rugged Paredes challenge near the touchline, Petrovic is fouled and Croatia have a free kick 25 yards out on the left. And this is looking somewhat promising as well as Paredes comes off as well for Lisandro Martinez there. And it was a effective 5 at the back for Argentina now following Lisandro Martinez's arrival. The approach to the final half hour is clear on the 64th minutes. But Christian Romero, the number 13, they're playing right back there following a crunch challenge from behind on the Petrovic near the halfway line. Romero is the latest player to see yellow there in the second half. But then it was Julian Arias there making it, gave himself two goals as well. He's actually playing pretty good. He was actually playing pretty good in this match, and it was on the 6th minute as well. And for Croatia here, with the amount of possession and with the amount of turnovers that they had to make those challenges there as well, which they'll make about like no dual challenges there as well to even get that position turned over as well, or to even get themselves in the counter attack as well with a Luka Modric. With his 3-0 goal here with Arias there, with a Messi, those are Guardiola on the right, hanging Demurley onto the ball before waving his way to the byline. The fleet-footed Massager defeats his man again. Okay, so so this was the moment when Messi just tries to find someone there in the middle. He stops and then he dribbles all the way there, just trying to drive it in there with Dior. And then somehow puts in a free ball there, tries to pass it back there on the byline as well for Arias there as well, and Arias there, he slots the ball into the path there as well, and he merely slots home from a close range as well. 2 leads there for Elvias there as well. It was a bit sloppy there from his finish as well, but it manages to go in there for 3-0 there to Argentina there as well. And Croatia at this moment, as what I mentioned there before, with the current stats and with the current energy and performance there, starting off there in the second half, that is a mini game over, and Argentina should be going there in the World Cup final. As Nicholas Otamendi there receives himself as a yellow card there as well, or Ninas foul there on Petrovic there. And it was Croatia making more substitutions with Marco Lavagia, the striker there, coming on there for Rijig Kramovic there. And it was Axel Palacios there coming on there for Rodrigo de Paul in the midfields there. And Dybala there coming on there for Arias as well. So this was not looking good there for Croatia as well. I know that Dybala here has not been the greatest there for Croatia as well. I mean, to be honest, his only good game there was against Mexico there, I believe it was. Or was it I think it was, who was it again? I think it was against I'm not too sure. I think it was against Mexico. Yeah, it was against Mexico. It was, and Arithik cuts inside from the left flank twice, dropping his shoulder to shake off Romero before flashing a shot well wide on the far post. It's simply not Croatia's day. Well, no shit, it's not. They barely had any ball there in the throughout the whole game. But Luka Modric there, being absolutely just quiet there, having no impact and no release balls there in the second half. He subs off there to be replaced there by Lavrio Major there in the midfield there as well. And I'm pretty sure that was the end there for Modric there as well. And it looks like Croatia here might be going home here pretty comfortably as well. But it was a close chance by Dybala as he stands up a delicious ball from the left towards the back. Alisson, who lurks into the box, Delia fire a volley nunnery wide of the right-hand post. Levakovic was well beaten. And it was a major weakly in-swing corner from the right is flicked on by Barisic at the near post, but Lavrov just fails to make contact with the ball. It's on the 6-yard box. Still no luck for Croatia. Engel Correa coming on there for Alexis back Alisai there. Alisai had an absolute fantastic game there as well. In the midfield there as well, connected there with Arias there as well, getting those crosses there as well. Fantastic there from other side there as well. Back other side. Julian Fourth there comes on there for Malia there as well. So pretty good defender from Malia, even though he didn't have to do that much in the second half since Croatia were barely even attacking there in the first half and barely even getting up forward. force them to play deep there as well once again. Um, but it was looking here to be full time, and that was it. Leo Messi and Leon. No, who's the coach there again? Uh, Leon Scaloni there. Leon Scaloni there. Of course, the youngest coach there in the World Cup has progressed there in the World Cup final there after their last World Cup there back in 2018 in the Russian World Cup, being absolutely just mediocre there as well. They came into this tournament here. The first ever game against the Saudis, they're playing absolutely just flat. Leo Messi, they just are not playing their flat, just are not playing their just releasing those balls there throughout the middle there with Arias or either Dybala or either with Deporte as well. They're following their foreign thirds there as well, and also there are set pieces and the crosses there against the Saudis there in the first ever match as well. Wasn't really the best, and Saudi there they were just like trying to wait for that counter attack as well. But the Croatia they were getting absolutely just slaughtered as well, and their backline there, Diori there, had an absolute nightmare there trying to defend it against Leo Messi, and obviously against Arias there as well, and against also Fernandez there as well, and yeah. Luka Modric there barely got any ball as well, or got any of ball there, or any touch there to be released to him as well, to even get Perisic there barely even involved, and that was the main key there for Argentina as well, to even shut him down as well, and that's what they did there. They were mostly targeting there on Agreva the other there on the right flank side there as well of the Croatian deep end there, and yeah, Croatia barely got any position there as well. Looking at stats as well, Argentina here. Oh no, Croatia they got about 6-1. They got about 61% of position there as well, but they were mostly passing it back on the back line there as well, and yeah, it was just wasting them much more chances as well. And they got about 12 shots there as well. They had two shots on target. Argentina had 7 shots on target. They had about 9. They had about 608 passes as well on the back line there as well. And Argentina had about 15 fouls. Both of them had about 2 yellow cards. Croatia had about 4 corners as well. So they had some pretty good chance there from the set piece there as well, but they failed to make any contact there as well, to even touch up as well, and to even finish it off there as well. So yeah, very poor there from the set piece there, Croatia, and yeah, from their defense, Livakovic there was just hanging on there on the ropes as well, to even beg for the Argentinians midfielders and also the strikers there to even slow off there on the ground there for him to dive it in deep, so on the ground as well. But they do as well there with the shot power there as well. It was just too lethal, too dangerous, too fast paced for them as well, and yeah, they couldn't hold their breath there. Croatia as well, and did all the hard work there as well with all that position there as well, and yeah, it's just gone all the ways as well, and yeah, they just couldn't contacted there, and yeah, they fell this semi-final here pretty miserably as well, and the Dobrins here will go home here pretty depressed as well. It's just a heartbreaking there. They fought here just on a pretty unexpected good run as well. But they did manage to find ways, but they couldn't find ways well with the amount of positions as well. They knew they were under pressure with Lionel Messi as well, and with their last World Cup on how it ended up as well, and they didn't want to go out on the stage as well. They wanted to go out on this out on this World Cup here to send Lionel Messi here and their coach as well, the youngest World Cup coach as well, to go against the odds as well, and just progress through the World Cup final as well with the amount of passion from the fans as well, and it's just absolutely just a amazing and absolute incredible moment there for Lionel Messi and Leo Scaloni as well, being the youngest World Cup coach as well to ever make the World Cup final there at the age of 44. So yeah, it's just a brilliant match and also day and a moment there for all the Argentinians there as well, and they lost there against Germany there in the World Cup final there back in 2014, which was pretty like a heartbreaking there for Lionel Messi. And is this the moment that Lionel Messi finally gets his first World Cup there to end it off there as well? And they won the Copa America there against Brazil. And can they do it against either France or Morocco there, that they await there for tomorrow there in the World Cup final, being played, I'm not sure where, but we have to find out there tomorrow as well, which I will also be reviewing that match as well between France and Morocco there as well. Can Morocco fight on as well to defend themselves away there to get on the counter attack there with a Nesseri and also with a Zig and with the captain there, Masara, but as well with Hanani there as well. And can like Bono there hold the line there with France. Absolutely leaping forwards there with Olivier Giroud, which he is getting better every single match there with Dembele, with the defender there just shooting and absolutely dangerous long range beautiful goal there against England there. Two goals, not many there as well. You also got like Sabiot there as well, who can be very dangerous there in the middle as well. French chances there with Griezmann also, and also the main star there, Mbappe there as well. It's going to be absolutely just a big moment there as well. But I won't be surprised if our France do like a finish off there as well. But yeah, if they don't as well, and if Morocco there just don't be careful there in the defense, just like how they've been just so an inspirational and holding on strong there on the deep end as well in the last couple of matches there in the finals there. Well, if they just give up there against France, then I reckon Morocco are going to get absolutely just slaughtered here, just like on how Argentina just like didn't get that much position as well. Just went on the counter attack there with a Lionel Messi's magic there as well, and it could be the same with Mbappe's fast paced game there with a million support there on the wing there with Dembele and with Giroud, Griezmann, and Sabiot there as well, and also with Hernandez there as well to even get much more physical there as well, trying to win the ball back. Who knows? There'll be some maybe controversy there as well. Hopefully not, but it's going to be an absolute cracker there tomorrow there in the semi-final there between France and Morocco there as well. And lads, that's going to wrap up here the semi-final here between Argentina as well and Croatia. Lionel Messi finally gets himself in the World Cup there for his second time there in his international career, and Lionel Scaloni becomes the youngest coach there to ever reach the World Cup final there in international and the World Cup history there as well. Absolutely just amazing. And lads, before I also end off as well, please give this review here a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here for more low content there coming in the near future as well, especially for the Qatar FIFA World Cup as well. And also stay tuned for the top 50 2022 NFL players that are coming on Saturday night as well at 7:30 p.m. I am nearly done with that as well. Just trying to judge on which superstars that should be qualified there for the tier list as well. but it's going to be pretty of like a of like an interesting as well. I'm expecting a big crowd on the night as well, since there's barely like any YouTubers doing like any like a rugby league content other than putting out their predicted lineups as well. You know who you are. Go on news for doing your predicted lineups there with TJ Sports, and most recently Pros of Biz as well. So shout out to those two wonderful rugby YouTube content creators as well, along with Nick from Australia as well, with his early 2002 NRL predictions as well. Absolutely fantastic videos as well. But anyways, enough of me rambling about. Take care and peace.